Let's bring in National Trial Attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, is there any opportunity that the jury may not choose to disregard the numerous health conditions, really, that this mother, Sheila, had? The clogged arteries, I mean, all of these different things. Might they feel like, unfortunately, she just was not healthy?
Judge Ashley, I'm glad you brought that up. I think that this witness was a little bit better for the defense than it was for the prosecution, because she just laid out right now why this human being died, right? In Tennessee, proving the aggravated neglect is harder than most states, because in Tennessee, unlike most states, you kind of have to prove intent. The main element in an aggravated neglect in Tennessee says that the caretaker knowingly failed to provide necessary care that caused a death, knowingly, not recklessly. In most states, it's just reckless. And so this witness right here, and I could see the closing argument for the defense attorney now, this woman was on death's door at any moment. She was on death's door. She had a kidney disease. She had hypertension. She had multiple comorbidities. And so my client did not knowingly fail. What were they going to do? Reverse the kidney disease, reverse the hypertension? They couldn't have done that. She was going to die that day or a week later. So I think that this witness on this cross-examination, you can see the attorney being very coy, being very slight. That's what it takes in a situation where a child is charged with the death of a parent. So I think this is so far going good for the defense on the cross-examination.
Not so sure, Michael. I will tell you this, though. You're right. Had she died of a heart attack or something else, I think it would have been a much more difficult question as to whether to charge the children based on the condition that she was in. But the testimony was that she died of sepsis because of this broken leg, this broken bone. Someone in that house had to have known about that broken bone. It was obviously wrapped up at various times. I think they're going to try to claim that the bone somehow came through after she hit it. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to buy that at that meeting, the jury. So with that being the case, when you talk about the juxtaposition between Karen, who seemed to be more involved in care, and Michael, who was less involved and claimed that the leg was always wrapped up when he saw it, I think there's an argument to be made for him in that sense rather than her.
You're in good company. This is why, so Michael, this is the challenge in this case. This is why 3 investigative bodies had to do investigations, and this is why the prosecution sent this to a grand jury and didn't just sit down and look at the sheet and say, we're going to charge murder 1, because they're charged with murder 1. Murder 1's pretty high. I don't see that. And so 3 investigative bodies, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the local police, and Adult Protective Services, all investigated this crime to look into exactly what you're saying. And the boy, I mean, we all know when 2 people are in charge, no one's in charge. And so at the end of the day, I could see that also having playing a factor. Is it wasn't me, it was you, or it wasn't me, it was you. So like, this is very tough. This is a very jarring case. It's probably among the most difficult cases to prove as a prosecutor, because of the fact that, like, the leg was wrapped up. I thought my sister was taking care of it. It's tough. I just don't. I think in Tennessee the burden is high, and I just don't see how they're going to show that either of these kids knowingly took an affirmative act or an affirmative act of neglect that caused the mom to die. I just don't see it.
And could this have been tried as 2 separate trials, one for each defendant? Yeah. Theoretically, yes. We don't know if the defense argued that and the judge ruled against it. On the other hand, maybe the defense said, no, they want to be tried together. We just don't know. Yeah, 'cause